The Orioles and the Phillies on Monday night. Wei-Yin Chen on the mound. He gets right to work in the top of the first, closing down the frame by getting Maikel Franco on a borderline strike three call. Top two, Jeff Francoeur with the wave and a miss. And then top three, a similar fate for Cameron Rupp. Game is scoreless into the bottom of the fifth until J.J. Hardy comes through. A two-out ribby single off Aaron Harang, and the O's have a 1-0 lead. Same score, bottom six, 2 on and 2 down. Matt Wieters all over that breaking ball. High and deep to right field, a 3-run shot for Wieters. That's number 3 on the season, and the Birds have a 4-0 lead. Back to Chen in the top of the seventh. He gets Franco on another called third strike. And then the next batter, Ryan Howard, down on the high heat. Then to close the frame, it is Francoeur, a strikeout victim once again. Chen strikes out the side. He turns in 8 scoreless on Monday, 9 Ks. And Baltimore picks up the 4-0 win. It is their 7th in 8 games, while the Phillies tie a season high with their 7th straight loss. Chris Tillman takes the mound for the Birds on Tuesday. He will square off with Jerome Williams. The Rays and the Nationals at the Trop on Monday. Erasmo Ramirez has a 1-0 lead in the top of the third and gets out of the bases loaded to out Jam. Wilson Ramos grounds into the force out. Bottom 3 now. Runners on the corners for Logan Forsythe. That one deflects off Gio Gonzalez. Rays up 2-0. It's now 4-0 bottom 4. Forsythe again. Another RBI single. This one into left. Rays sitting pretty. They lead 5-0. Now we go bottom 5. Taylor Hill on in relief and providing little of it. He gives up the ribby triple to Brandon Geyer all the way to the wall. As Geyer makes this a 6-0 game, it's all Rays. Still 6-0 top 8. It is Enny Romero on in relief as he faces pinch hitter Tyler Moore. Moore sends this one up the middle. Check out the great play by who else? Logan Forsythe. He did everything but sell popcorn on Monday. Rays pick up the 6-1 win. It is their 4th win in a row, while the Nationals' brief 2-game winning streak is snapped. Alex Colomé takes the hill for the Rays on Tuesday as he squares off with Tanner Roark. The Tigers and the Reds at Comerica Park. Anibal Sanchez opposed by John Moscott, but Mr. Moscott was not long for this game, facing Miguel Cabrera bottom 1. Nice snag on the comebacker. Moscott now has Anthony Gills hung up between second and third. Moscott chases him back to the bag. In the process, though, an ugly injury. Moscott dislocates his left shoulder. He immediately leaves the game. It's now 1-0 Tigers, bottom 6. Cabrera back at the plate. That is a 2-run double off Nate Adcock, and Detroit has a 3-0 lead. 2 batters later, J.D. Martinez drills one as he puts it in the seats. A 2-run shot. Tigers sitting pretty. They lead 5-0. It's now 6-0 top 9. The story on Monday night was Anibal Sanchez as he turns in his 7th career shutout by getting Brandon Phillips on the game-ending groundout. What a performance by Sanchez. Tigers pick up the 6-0 win. It's their 3rd win in 4 games, while the Reds have now dropped 3 straight. Tigers send Kyle Ryan to the mound on Monday as he squares off with Michael Lorenzen. The Braves and the reeling Red Sox at a wet Fenway Park on Monday. Game is scoreless top 4 until Nick Markakis goes the other way off Rick Porcello. RBI single, and the Braves have a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, it's now a 2-0 game. A.J. Przinsky at the plate. He sends that one through Mike Napoli. That caps a 3-run inning for Atlanta. Przinsky is a former Red Sox, and so is this guy, left fielder Johnny Gomes, who lays out to rob Dustin Pedroia. What a play by Gomes in support of Williams Perez. Now we go top 7, still 3-0. Bases loaded, one away, Jace Peterson off Robbie Ross Jr., and the Braves have a 4-0 lead. But as we go bottom 9, it's now 4-2. Red Sox have the tying runs on base, 2 men away for pinch hitter Alejandro De Aza, but he cannot get the job done as Jason Gurley nails down the save, and the Braves win at 4-2, just their 2nd win in 5 games. While the Red Sox free fall continues, they've now dropped 7 straight. On Tuesday, Julio Teheran takes the mound for the Braves, opposed by Wade Miley. Red Hot Pirates and the White Sox at PNC. What a first inning this was for the Bucks. Andrew McCutchen gets it started. Ribby single off Carlos Rodon, 1-0 Pittsburgh. The next batter, Jung Ho Gong, another ribby single into left. And the Pirates have a 2-0 lead. They were just getting warmed up. The next batter for the home team is Francisco Cervelli. He drills this one into right field. It heads all the way to the wall. A pair of runs come in on the 2-run triple. Pirates have a 4-0 lead. And the next batter for Pittsburgh, Jose Tabata, he caps a 5-run inning. And oh, by the way, there are no outs in the inning. Pirates up 5-0 after 1. All this in support of Francisco Liriano. Now an 8-0 game, top six as Liriano getting Tyler Flowers, Emilio Bonifacio, and Adam Eaton all on strikes. Liriano strikes out the side. He was something else. 8 scoreless innings, 2 hits, and 12 Ks. Pirates cruise to the 11-0 win, their 5th in a row. They tie a season high for runs scored. 4 of their 5 victories in this stretch have come via shutout. Charlie Morton takes the hill for the Bucs on Tuesday, opposed by Jose Quintana. The Mets and Blue Jays giving us bonus baseball from Citi Field. Noah Syndergaard down 1-0 top 5, but he freezes Jose Reyes and then gets Edwin Encarnacion in the 6th. 4 would strike out 11. Game now tied at 1, bottom 6. Ruben Tejada with a tie-breaking Grimmy double off Mark Burley. Mets grab a 2-1 lead. Same score top 9 until Jose Bautista hits his 2nd home run of the night. That would eventually send the game to extras tied at 2. The Jays scored a run in the top of the 11th to grab a 3-2 lead, but here come the Mets in the home half. Lucas Duda bloops a game-tying Grimmy single off Brett Cecil. Game even at 3. Duda takes 2nd on the play to put the winning run in scoring position for the next batter, Wilmer Flores. He sends it up the middle off Liam Hendricks. Rounding third base is Duda, and stop the presses. The Blue Jays have lost a baseball game. Mets win at 4-3-11. It is their 4th walk-off win this season, while Toronto's franchise record-tying winning streak ends at 11 games. Matt Harvey takes the hill for the Mets on Tuesday, opposed by Scott Copeland.
The Rangers taking on the Dodgers. Scoreless game in the top of the 6th. 2 on, 1 out. Yovani Gallardo facing Adrian Gonzalez, who grounds into the inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. The game remains scoreless going to the bottom half of the inning. 2 on for Prince Fielder, who comes through with a base hit off Carlos Frias. 1 run scores. The Rangers take a 1-0 lead. Later in the inning, now 2-0. Adam Liberatore now pitching with 2 on. Rougned Odor, playing his first big league game since May 8th after being called up from AAA on Monday, comes through with a 2-run double. He's fired up. The Rangers go up 4-0. Great chance for the Dodgers in the 8th. 2 on, 1 out. But Tanner Shepard strikes out Yasiel Puig. He snaps his bat over his leg in frustration. Not happy in the dugout either. Dodgers wouldn't score in the frame. The Rangers take it by a final of 4-1. Yovani Gallardo picks up his 6th win of the year, going 7 scoreless innings, striking out 4. Odor, in his return to the big league team, goes 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. The two teams do battle again on Tuesday. Chichi Gonzalez up against Brett Anderson. The Astros taking on the Rockies. George Springer, what a game he would have. Already 4-0 Houston in the 2nd. Springer takes Chad Bettis deep to left, number 9 on the year. Solo shot that makes it 5-0 Stros. In the 3rd inning, Dallas Keuchel on the mound facing Rafael Ynoa, who lines one to right. Springer doing it with the glove as well. Great diving catch. 6th inning, Keuchel yet to allow a hit until Nick Hundley comes through with a base hit to left. First hit of the night for the Rockies. Later in the inning, 2 on, 1 out. DJ LeMahieu with the liner to right. It's Springer again. Another fantastic catch, able to hang on to it as he hits the ground. Springer not done with his incredible night. In the 7th, his team leading at 5-3. He adds to that his 2nd home run of the game, this time off LaTroy Hawkins, number 10 on the year. Houston goes on to take it by a final of 6-3. They've now won 3 of their last 4. Springer finishes 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Keuchel gets his 8th win of the year. The two teams square off again on Tuesday. Vincent Velasquez opposed by Chris. The Cardinals taking on the Twins. 1-0 St. Louis in the 4th. Mark Reynolds at the dish facing Trevor May, and Reynolds leaves the yard. A solo shot, number 5 on the year. St. Louis out in front 2-0. Next batter up, Yadier Molina. Hadn't homered since June 27th of 2014. Almost a year later, he goes deep. St. Louis goes back-to-back. They're up 3-0. John Lackey rolling along in the 6th, strikes out Eddie Rosario swinging. Then in the 7th, now 3-1, down goes Eduardo Escobar. In the 8th, it's Rosario again, going down by way of the K. In the 8th, Byron Buxton, the young phenom at the plate, looking for his first major league hit. Looking no longer. He gaps one to left center, races in the 3rd with a stand-up triple. He'd score on a sacrifice fly to make it 3-2. That's your score in the 9th. The man on 2 outs, Kurt Suzuki facing Kevin Segrist. Check out Matt Carpenter. Great diving catch, robbing Suzuki. The Cardinals win it by a final of 3-2, taking their 4th straight game. John Lackey picks up his 5th win, throwing 8 strong innings, allowing 2 runs while striking out 6. The two teams face off again on Tuesday. Michael Wacha opposed by Kyle. The Royals taking on the Brewers. Ned Yost, former Milwaukee manager, making his first return to Miller Park. pick it up 3-0 Royals in the 5th. The man on for Lorenzo Cain facing Kyle Loesch, and Cain goes yard. A 2-run shot, number 5 on the year, 5-0 KC. Now 8-4 in the 9th. Greg Holland, already given up 2 runs in the inning, gives up another on the Jonathan Lucroy double. All of a sudden, it's an 8-5 game. Ned Yost turns to Wade Davis with 2 on and nobody out. And Davis strikes out Ryan Braun, representing the tying run at the plate. Then Adam Lind with a sharp line out too short for the 2nd out of the inning. Next man up, Aramis Ramirez flies out to shallow left center. Alex Gordon makes the catch. And the Royals hang on to win it by a final of 8-5. Wade Davis does the job, getting his 8th save of the season. The two teams go at it again on Tuesday. Chris Young up against Matt Garza.
The Marlins and the Yankees battling on Monday night. Tom Kohler on the hill as he faces Chase Headley in the top of the 1st. Headley, the line shot. What a grab there by Adeiny Echeverria. Lunging to his right, full extension, grabs it on the backhand. What a play. But in the top of the 2nd, Echeverria is not getting to this one. Mark Teixeira high and deep to right center, a solo shot, his 18th. Yankees have a 1-0 lead, but the Fish answer in their half of the 2nd. Who else but Echeverria? Game-tying ribby single off Masahiro Tanaka, and we're even at 1. Same score, bottom 7. Derek Dietrich at the plate. He gets a hold of this one. High and deep to right field, no doubt about it. Tie-breaking shot, 2-1 Marlins. Same score, top 9. Yanks have the tying run at first base. 2 men away for pinch hitter Alex Rodriguez. But A.J. Ramos gets him to fly out to put this one in the books. Marlins edge the Yankees by a 2-1 tally. It's their 4th win in 5 games, while the Yankees have now dropped 4 of their last 5. David Phelps takes the mound for the Marlins on Tuesday, opposed by Nathan Eovaldi for the Yankees, as the 2 men will face their former teams after they were part of the...
The Diamondbacks looking for their 4th straight win, taking on the Angels. No score in the 3rd. 2 on, 2 outs for Paul Goldschmidt, who goes deep to center off Jared Weaver. A 3-run shot, number 18 on the year, 3-0 D-backs. Robbie Ray still hasn't given up a hit in the 4th inning, gets Albert Pujols to ground into the inning-ending double play. In the 6th, now 4-0, Yasmani Tomas adds to the lead. A solo shot, number 3 on the season. It goes right off the top of the wall. That still counts for a homer, 5-0 D-backs. Ray still working on that no-hitter in the 6th, gets Kyle Kubica. Then with 2 outs in the inning, Daniel Robertson drops the base hit into right center that breaks up the no-no. Things get interesting in the 8th now, 5-3. Albert Pujols facing Addison Reed with the man on, and Pujols flies to the warning track, comes up just short of a homer. Reed is relieved, and so are the D-backs as they go on to win their 4th straight game by a final of 7-3. Ray gets his 2nd win, throwing 7 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits. The two teams battle again on Tuesday. Jeremy Hellickson opposed by Garrett Richard. The Mariners taking on the Giants, game tied at 1 in the 5th. 2 on, 1 out for Logan Morrison, who rips the single to right off Tim Hudson. Brad Miller racing in the score, and Seattle takes a 2-1 lead. Next batter up with runners at the corners, Austin Jackson with the shallow pop-up. No one can come up with it. The Giants still get the force out at 2nd. A run scores, though, and Seattle goes up 3-1. That would be plenty for Taijuan Walker, cruising in this one, strikes out Angel Pagan in the 5th. Then Brandon Belt goes down in the 6th. Pinch hitter Casey McGee, no chance. In the 7th, Walker goes 7 strong innings, allowing just 1 run. In the 8th, the Mariners add to their lead. Kyle Seager with a solo shot that gets out of town in a hurry off Jeremy Affeldt, number 11 on the year. Seattle goes up 4-1. They go on to win it 5-1. Walker gets his 4th win of the year. Logan Morrison goes 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. The Giants have now lost 9 straight at home. That's the longest losing streak they've had at home since moving to San Francisco. The two teams battle again on Tuesday. The A's facing the Padres. Bud Black relieved of his managerial duties on Monday. Dave Roberts, the new interim manager. Jesse Hahn on the mound for Oakland, facing his former team, looking good early. Strikes out Will Venable and Corey Spangenberg in the 1st. Top 3 scoreless game, a man on for Josh Reddick, who comes through with a base hit off Tyson Ross. Eric Sogard trying to score from 2nd. Nice slide, he's in there. 1-0 Oakland. 2 batters later with 2 on, Stephen Vogt with the base hit. Reddick scores. 2-0 A's. Dave Roberts trying to encourage his team, but to no avail. Now 5-1 in the 8th. Corey Mazzoni back off the DL and greeted harshly with the bases loaded. Vogt goes yard. A grand slam, number 12 on the year. That ties a career high 5 RBIs in the game. The A's go up 9-1. They go on to win it by that final. Jesse Hahn gets the win against his former team, allowing 1 run in 6 2/3 innings. Ben Zobrist goes 1 for 1 in the game with 4 walks and scored 3 times. The two teams go at it again Tuesday. Scott Kazmir opposed.